channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's archetypal lesson will be on the mirror. This is the reflection, the illusion, and the looking glass. We look into mirrors every day without recognizing them as portals into another realm. They can shatter, flatter, distort, reflect, and project an image back to us that we deem to be true. The energy of the mirror is all about self-perception. When the archetype of the mirror appears, we are in the mythic land of Narcissus, who saw himself reflected in a pool and fell in love with his own image. So compelled by his reflection, he could not turn away, a fixation that eventually led to his death. Recognize the power and danger of the mirror. It is a construct, one that may drive a shard between you and your true self. The mirror contains trickster energy. Put the phone down, stop with the comparisons, and let the mirror stand empty for a while. Rest with the one inside. Speak to yourself gently and kindly in the mirror. It will feel awkward at first, but it is a sure way to become friends with yourself. What a beautiful energy that the mirror has. Oh my goodness. This is also giving me kind of while I was reading that, I was thinking, I hope this isn't a twin flame reading, but I get the sense that this is going to end up a twin flame reading somehow. Now, this card is all about witnessing the deeper self and is about pure awareness, but its shadow side is about narcissism, comparison, and harsh edges. I actually really loved that it said, like, put the phone down and, like, enjoy the true self, because that's something that I really struggle with, is, like, I kind of hate my phone. I've said for years that, like, the first chance that I get to toss this thing in a lake, I will, because I will run from the online society as quickly as I can. But I'm dragged back to it kicking and screaming every single time. So what can you do, you know? Wow, and I love that it has this beautiful moon energy going on here too. So maybe some Cancerian energy. Oh, like nurturing. Alrighty, I want to go ahead and dive deeper looking into my chakra oracle deck here. So let's get some more information. What does my mirror collective need to know about this archetype? We have prayer. Okay, wow. And I love this. I actually really do love this. Because when we look at this card, I'm not sure why it's not zooming correctly. When we look at this card, we see two separate images being portrayed outside of this window. And I very much feel like this is based on perception, based on like half full or half empty glasses. You know, we have one road that leads down to a city, another that leads to a wide open space with only one building. It's very much in the middle of nowhere, essentially. So it's based on what we want to see in a situation. Do I want to see a city? Do I want to see clear blue skies? Yeah, maybe there's a sense that you would like to change your circumstances. Maybe you live in a city. Now on the back of this deck, I do have self-worth being highlighted. Yeah, we did mention that moment of like talk to yourself kindly in the mirror. That's something that I do quite often. I love to do my affirmations. I also like to rant in front of my mirror sometimes, so I can see how crazy I look, so that way I can learn like to forgive myself and others in the situation. Because sometimes I'm like absolutely losing it and I'm in front of a mirror and I'm like, oh, this is a little extra. Like I could never, if I did this in public, if I acted like this in public, I would be embarrassed. And if I saw someone else acting like this in public, they would like, I would assume that they feel humiliated, that they were crazy. So let's just get one more here using my animal energy deck just to get the basis. Oh, we have the otter. Okay, perfect. This is a water sign energy. This is a very playful energy to be in as well. Ooh, I like where this is going. Okay, this is giving me the sense that you're looking into a deeper truth of yourself. Maybe you're looking to change your environment because it no longer fits with your internal self, with what you're looking for. This is something that's changed for me a lot. Like in my early 20s, all I wanted to do was live in LA. And now in my later 20s, I look at like Oklahoma. I look at like the middle of nowhere because that sounds absolutely beautiful to me and peaceful. I can't trade anything for peace, you know? So I am getting the sense that maybe you've never had a sense of deserving before or a sense of desire before. Maybe you've been trapped in the hustle and bustle of the daily life. like the monotonous city routines that keep so many people restrained and restricted. And maybe you're finally starting to look at your life, look at your desires, what you've wanted, how you've ended up, where you've ended up. Maybe you're finally leaving like a hometown and coming into a city because that's where your desires are taking you, and being led back to that sense of deserving. It is the sense of deserving that I'm being led back to. I do get this sense that maybe you have always struggled to feel like you deserve more than like the bare minimum or the basics, you know? But with this otter energy, it calls you to kind of dip your toes in the water of desire. Take a look at what, oh, I sound like Willy Wonka right now. Yeah, like take a look around you. Maybe Willy Wonka's important here. Look at all that you deserve. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's actually take a look at the otter in the book. Okay. Unobstructed joy, playfulness, and contentment. Perhaps the most joyful creature within the spirit animal deck, the otter represents absolute bliss. Otter energy is in the playfulness of a child, available to us at any age. They have a giddiness and reverence for life itself, without the presence of doubt, worry, or skepticism. Imagine yourself with a little more otter energy. What would life look like? What would it take to bring you there? The otter card begs these questions and wants to transport us to that precious place as soon as possible. The celebration awaits. Yeah, absolutely. I very much do get the sense that you are starting to play with desire. You're starting to play with what you deserve rather than just what you need. Oh, that's beautiful. And actually, one big affirmation that I really love to say is that, like, I will get my desires regardless of whether or not I deserve them, because deserving has been something that I have struggled with my whole life. It's to understand what I deserve, what kind of treatment I deserve, what kind of, how I deserve to treat myself as well. And so I feel like if you've gotten past the point of where, you've set standards for yourself, you've set boundaries with other people, you're setting yourself up with a healthy foundation for your mental, emotional, and spiritual health, then you've obviously reached the point, the shelf, I like to call it, the shelf of deserving, where you decide like, oh, I actually do deserve more than the bare minimum. I actually do deserve to be, it's not even just that I deserve to be treated well. I deserve to be treated really well. And I deserve to treat myself really well. It's not even just that I need to be kind to myself. I need other people to be kind to me too, because I deserve kindness. So it is this kind of looping energy. I'd actually like to dive into prayer before we get into any other cards here to get some more information, some deeper information here. We have Cool Lemonade. My prayers are answered. So yes, if you need a confirmation that your prayers were going to be answered, I do have it right here. My prayers are answered. You can look in the mirror and say, my prayers are answered. The legend is that an old man sits on his porch with his grandson, sipping lemonade and reminiscing. He'd wanted to be a traveling preacher. He'd been all set to leave home, but his father reminded him to pray for guidance. That very night his father died, and the man realized that Spirit was telling him to stay. Now his grandson appreciates the lemonade, and the old man smiles. He never regretted staying on the farm. All prayers are answered, following where life leads, being of service and fulfillment. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, so you might feel, no, I'm really getting the sense that, I don't think that you'll regret moving forward in this situation. I think that the path is clearing up for something that previously seemed unachievable for you. Maybe it's that your desires are opening up and changing into what they actually need to be. Like I said, in my early 20s, all I wanted to do was live in LA. And I modeled for a while in my early 20s. I actually made quite a lot of money doing it. I did pretty well when I was modeling. But it wasn't my heart's desire. It wasn't my passion. What I really wanted to do is I wanted to travel, and I wanted all my traveling paid for. And modeling did exactly that. It flew me out to different states. And it paid for my hotels, and I didn't have to worry about a car service, and I didn't have to worry about my meals because they gave me a stipend. It was pretty worth it for me. But my passion was never within actually modeling. I just knew that that was one way that I could meet my needs, meet my desires in that situation. So let's get some more information. I'm going to go ahead and pull from my situations deck here. Let's get one or two, please, Spirit. Oh, I have a divine masculine. Okay, purr. Do I have a divine masculine in the house right now? Oh, ooh. I have a love affair. Dirty little secret down low. Okay. Oh, maybe you've met a divine masculine. He lets you know that you're allowed to desire things. You don't just have to struggle and survive. You're allowed to step out and to survive. Oh, interesting. Okay, wowza. I'm just gonna yawn, I guess. I'm just gonna take this top one. Unconditional love is coming out. This is gonna be a twin flame reading, isn't it? This is gonna be a stupid twin flame reading, isn't it? Oh, look at it. And Spirit's calling me out for being bitchy about it. I know. It's just I don't really like doing twin flame readings. That's so frustrating. I knew it. I knew when I pulled the mirror it was going to be a twin flame reading. It always is. It always is. Because your twin flame is a mirror of yourself, of your soul. So yes, I do feel that you've met a divine masculine. One that you have quite a lot of love for. I think that this dynamic, you guys might be in separation. Because we've got the two different imageries here. Maybe after like a playful little love affair, something that never really got off the ground. But I do see genuine care, genuine love in this situation. Let's get some more information. I'll use my Island Time Wellness deck. What else is going on here, Spirit? We have boat, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. I'm also getting the sense you might be traveling. You might be going on a trip soon for some. But it is the receiving what you need that I want to highlight here. I feel as if maybe you've been in a position, maybe you've been asking God for a husband or a partner or for things to get easier. Maybe you've been asking to move out of like a masculine energy if you're a feminine, or to feel more motivated in your masculine energy as a masculine. And I do see you receiving that. I see your prayers being answered in this situation. And I see you moving as well. Let's just get one more. I see you leveling up. Coffee cup, meeting, conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, and friendship. Yeah, I do get the sense you might be seeing your twin flame soon. That might be a message for some and not all. Otherwise, I think that you're going to meet with someone that you have genuine love for. Maybe to let them know that you are leaving, that you're walking away from a situation. Yeah. Or you might be meeting this divine masculine while you're on a trip. Yeah, sorry, the messages are a bit mixed, so I'm going to go ahead and move into the tarot to get a clearer idea of what's going on. Alrighty, I want to use my Star Power deck by David Bowie. Wow. Although I kind of struggle to shuffle this one because my hands are a little small. We have the Two of Pentacles. Yes, you might be juggling a situation. You're trying to decide what you want to do. You might have a lot on your plate at this time, feeling a little bit overwhelmed. You might feel like you're just skating by. I'm hearing that the skin of my teeth, like you're skating by on the skin of your teeth. Yeah, I think things have not been easy for you as of late. I think you've been going through a lot of trials, a lot of tribulations. I can tell that you've been praying a lot. You've been speaking with Source, your creator. Yeah, we have the Ace of Cups. Oh, maybe you're juggling a love situation. Oh, and I kind of love it almost looks like outstretched arms in the background, and we have that here as well. So you might be lightening your load a little bit. Let's get some more information, please, Spirit. Okay, we have the Two of Wands. Yeah, you're trying to decide if you're going to go left or right. This is all about being at a crossroads, being unsure which direction to go in. What is that one saying where it's like when everything, when you can't see in front of you, that's when the path appears, or something like that. But that's the Two of Wands there. Alrighty, what's this? We have the Princess of Wands. That is my Page of Wands coming out. Okay, it's a very slow-moving energy, mostly because I think it's starting to move out of the beginner energy. It's almost like you're gathering knowledge and information before you make any action in the 3-day. You might even be doing affirmations, visualizations, vision boards, etc. I feel like you are daydreaming a little bit about what you want to do in this situation. I get the sense heavily that this is about changing your 3-day. Maybe to match more of your heart's desires. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, to match your heart's desires, quite literally. Like, this is all about self-worth, self-value. And I talked about that in the beginning. Maybe you have already gone through, you know, the processes of setting boundaries and setting standards and setting limitations, of learning who you are, appreciating who you are, loving who you are. And now you're able to allow your desires to expand past like basic needs or basic necessities. Instead of just surviving, now you're allowing yourself to consider what it would be like to truly thrive. That's kind of beautiful, actually. And that coming up underneath the Ace of Cups, it's almost like you're indulging in your passions in all the right ways. This Two of Wands is almost giving me the Fool energy, where it's like, do you stay in the same old routine, or do you take a leap of faith? Interesting, interesting. Let's just get one more, and then we'll cut the deck. We have the Starman. This is the Magician in reverse. Yeah, you might feel like you don't have the resources to make it. That's why you're collecting information, because you feel like you don't have the physical resources to make your 3D change right now. Interesting, interesting. Let me just cut this deck here. We have my Three of Pentacles. Yeah, you're doing this by yourself. You don't have any cooperation. Are you kidding me? You don't have any help in this situation. You're doing this all by yourself. You're healing, you're learning, you're shifting, And this is important to your spiritual journey. You were meant to go through this. You were meant to reach this point. I love this boat energy. It does give me that travel. Maybe you're leaving. Yeah, leaving a family situation with my Ten of Cups. Maybe you're walking away from a family situation that's too reciprocal. That's not reciprocal enough. That's too monotonous. It's like it goes in a circle over and over again. It's cyclical. It's too cyclical for you. Yeah, your heart's healed. My Three of Swords is in reverse. That's a healing heart. With the Five of Wands, the only thing that you're really dealing with is internal conflict. Maybe some issues from your childhood are resurfacing, but I see that you've changed that. And as you work through the as you work through the issues that traumatized you or triggered you or caused you shame or guilt or fear or anxiety in your childhood, as you work through those and heal those, I see, oh my God, this massive power just like boiling out of you, this inner knowingness. I really want to highlight the eye in her stomach. I feel like there's a rebirth here, like a really, really big rebirth here. Look at that eye as well. That's actually quite beautiful. The colors in that eye. Oh my. But yes, this is all part of your spiritual journey. There's a big change on the horizon for you here. Let me take a look. Hey, you don't even see it. You don't even see how quickly things can change for you if you just put in the work. I feel like maybe that's what you're missing. Maybe you've done, okay, I'm sorry. Let me restart. Maybe that is what you're missing. Maybe you have done the visualizations. You've done the vision board. You've done the affirmations. You know, you've done all the stuff like healing-wise. You've done the prayers. You've done everything internally, and you're wondering why it hasn't manifested externally, your desires here. So instead, you're collecting information on how you can get it to manifest into your reality. But I think what you're really, truly missing here, what you're not seeing, is that you need a call to action. You need, what is it that Catholics call it? Good works or works of faith. Yeah, you need to act like you already have those affirmations. You need to act like you already have what you desire. I do this all the time. If there's something that I want, I am immediately like, oh yeah, no, I already have that. And I will even, like, because my brain is one that, like, really comes from poverty, right? So a lot of it is, like, a scarcity mindset. Oh, didn't we have that somewhere? Didn't we have that with prayer where it talked about scarcity? But yeah, I came very heavily from a scarcity mindset. So something for me that I kind of had to work through is I realized I have to trick my brain. I have to trick my little gremlin brain, because my gremlin brain wants to fight with me about it. I'll be like, I am financially stable, and my gremlin brain will be like, you can never be financially stable because we live in an oligarchy. And I have to just trick it, and I have to be like, actually, no. I just keep a job for fun. I am very happy in my life, and I can quit at any time that I want and do my little passion projects and my little hobbies, and I'm really structured and serene in my day-to-day life, and money's not really a stress for me, to be honest. So no, brain, I'm fine financially. I'm financially stable. We're good. We're Gucci. And it took me a while of kind of convincing my brain of like, you're right, you don't need to work for money if you don't want to in order for that to manifest into my reality. Especially that like I was, for a very long time, I really fought myself. I was like, yeah, no, my tarot videos are just gonna get popular. I'm just gonna go viral. And that was kind of my manifestation, but I wasn't filming any tarot videos. So like how could my videos go viral if they don't exist? And I'm sure that it will take a lot more hard work and a lot more time and effort and patience. And I'm okay with doing that because this is my real passion. This is what I really want to do. This is what I want to learn about. Ooh, I'm dragged back to this magician. I want to get some clarity. Okay. I want to... Ooh. Okay. I was going to pull this deck, but these two were on the back of it, like stuck on it. So I'm actually just going to take these two because this makes sense. This makes total sense. I see you going through an ego death before you reach soul fulfillment here. Because my strength card in reverse, my strength card in general heavily highlights ego and wrestling with the ego. It can also highlight like a dark night of the soul or like an ego death. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here is like you've been wrestling with your ego in regards to your 3D reality and your manifestations, your desires. And I think part of what that has to do with is all of these cups. Now, in a different deck that I have, it actually shows 7 cups all filled with something different, right? Because the 7 of cups, it can mean usually one of two things, usually soul fulfillment or options and choices. And this deck's a little bit different because of, you know, the imagery on it. But it actually does give me the sense that maybe you haven't decided on a single thing, on a single belief. It's a belief system. You haven't decided on a single belief system to put your faith in. And that's what's preventing you from these acts of faith, truly. You know, this person wouldn't be able to paint if they didn't believe in themselves to draw correctly, to go over this. I know I've done this actually, where like I draw something really, really nicely and then I get scared to go over it in pen. But if I don't go over it in pen, then it doesn't really fulfill the vision that I had for it. So there's this back and forth energy here of needing to settle the mind and agree with the mind. And this might need like mirror affirmations, like sitting in front of the mirror and telling yourself what you need to believe in order to like convince yourself of it. But let's just get a little bit more because we can. Oh my goodness. I have my Knight of Pentacles. Okay, this is a very slow-moving energy. But my Knights, my Knights are strategic. They're analytical. They're planners. And usually, so they're past the beginner point, right? And they plan a situation, but they're also in action. As you can see, he's like actively swinging a mace towards whoever is holding this sword. Maybe you have to, maybe you're fighting other people's opinions. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're sharing it. You're sharing your manifestations before they actually come to fruition, and other people's evil eye is cutting it off for you. That's confirmation for someone, not everyone. Take it if it resonates. My right ear is itching really badly with that. But yeah, other people might not want to see you do well, or other people just might shoot you down. Like a big thing that I've talked to a lot of my friends about is I tell them all that I want to be a millionaire. Like my price point to have a child, I desperately want to have a child, right? But in order for me to have a child, I want to make $5 million. That's it. That's what I want. In order for me to feel comfortable having a child, I want $5 million. And I remember telling my friend that I wanted to make $1 million before 2030. And my friend was like, that's not possible. You can't do that. And I was like, I can. There's 70 trillion fucking dollars in this world. I can make 1 million of it. $1 million is measly compared to all of the money in the entire world. So don't tell me what I can and can't do. And actually, that kind of fight, that kind of challenge to my mindset, almost it made me dig my heels in even deeper here. Yeah, like dig my heels in even deeper into the idea. So maybe You've been dealing with people who are challenging your mindset and you are just letting them kind of walk all over you when really you need to like dig your heels deep in it. Maybe that's why you've been collecting information. Because I studied how much money exists in the world, in assets, in like in liquid assets, in like building assets, in like actual physical hard cash, in credit, in, you know, a whole different sorts of financial trades. I got real deep into it to understand more about how money works and where it comes from. And the book that I've been reading recently is Capitalism by Ayn Rand. And it's amazing. She's amazing. She was a great writer. And even that book, it challenges a lot of the ideas that I have about capitalism. It's just whether or not I kind of like allow it to kind of cover over my ideas, or if I dig my heels into the ideas that I already had. Let's keep going. Okay, we have the Chariot. Yeah, I see you leaving a situation. I do see you going, because this is like if you're staying the same or you're changing. I see you changing. My Chariot upright, I see you walking away from a situation. Maybe even away from someone that you love, with it being over my Ace of Cups. Yeah, no, it is. It's an unfair situation. This could also be like unfair expectations on yourself. Like, for example, I know that it is an unfair expectation to expect myself to make $5 million before I can have a kid, right? I know that. I get that. It's a little out there. That's okay. And I give myself permission to have a kid before I make $5 million. It's just that I would very much prefer to make $5 million first. So it could go one of two ways here. It's either there's someone else that you're walking away from that kind of feeds into the current mindset that you are trying to navigate away from, and I see you walking away from them, or otherwise these are your own negative thoughts that you're walking away from, your own like issued thoughts, and the ones that are keeping you stuck in your 3D. This is very heavily like spiritual. This is very heavily about like manifestation. I wasn't expecting this. Okay, and there's a beautiful victory. There is a victory, although I also see some adversity. I actually want to read, my Nine of Wands has been coming up so much lately, and I always pull it out of my little book here because I love the definition for the Nine of Wands in my book, and also I can never remember it for some weird reason. So my Six of Wands is victory. My Nine of Wands says that the figure leans against his staff with an expectant look as if awaiting an enemy. Behind him there are 8 other staves erect in orderly disposition like a palisade. This card signifies strength in opposition. If attacked, he will meet the onslaught boldly. Yes, okay, so it's exactly what I was picking up on. You need to have victory over your own mind or over other people's beliefs. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I do see you getting that victory. I see that your prayers are going to be answered here. Your manifestations are going to come to light. Yeah, and things are changing for you. We've got death coming out again. Things are changing for you. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Swords. I think you're tired of your current day-to-day. I think you're exhausted by it. Yeah, you want something that makes you feel passionate, that makes you excited, that makes you feel like you're worth it. Because I feel like whatever you're dealing with right now, you look at it and you're like, this is below me. Oh my goodness, I deserve so much more. All right, let's go ahead and get into the advice. Alrighty, I want to go ahead and start off with a channeled song. I really was expecting the tarot to be more about like twin flames. I thought it wasn't going to catch me off guard this time, but we have Save Your Breath by Night Begins featuring Amson, which is all about partying and a celebration. This says, oh wow, I want that. It says, mini skirt on my body in glitter, platforms on. I'm not going home with ya. I make rich look richer. Yeah, maybe you're manifesting money or like a change in your financial situation. And again, I was picking up pretty heavily on a twin flame situation. So maybe you've been holding yourself back for someone else. I have Hey There Delilah by the Plain White Tees with Long Distance Love and Forgiveness under that. But we have It's What You Do to Me. 1,000 miles seems pretty far, but they've got planes and trains and cars. Yeah, maybe you're moving away. Maybe you're moving away. I see that you're evolving. You're like changing. You're growing. That's why it's almost like you can't focus correctly. Because you're so fixated on the end result instead of the experience. Okay, I want to grab a quick angel number here. We have 643. 643 is your angel number. If you want to go ahead and pop that into your browser, 643 angel number meaning. And then turn around and come right back here and let me know what your message is in the comments, because I love to read all the different messages everybody gets from Spirit. That would be so awesome. I've got Aries energy being highlighted here. Ooh, and I think this is Pluto being highlighted, but let me double check that. I know Pluto is heavily about personal empowerment. Yeah, this is Pluto. Pertaining to death and rebirth, out with the old and in with the new, at the end of an era, transformation, and evolution. I just said all of that. That's beautiful. And Aries is very like newborn energy. I always think of Aries as the babies of the zodiac, although Aries disagree whenever I say that. Then we also have, let me think about it. What was our starting energy? We had the otter. That was water. That's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You've got Aries. Let's get some more zodiac signs for this pile. We also had the moon, so that was going to be Cancer highlighted twice, because Cancer rules the moon. We have Moon and Gemini coming out. Stress may be an issue at this time. And maybe you're leaving behind a twin flame because they, or someone that you thought was your twin flame. Oh, ooh. Ooh, maybe you met a false twin and you're walking away from them because they're actually a karmic in disguise trying to keep you down. Or they're like constantly blasting your affirmations or your visualizations with hard hits of like a negative reality. Not even like a real, true version of reality, but like a negative reality. We also have Moon in Libra. Avoid making serious decisions and instead focus on creating harmony within your relationships. Gemini and Libra, that's a lot of air energy. Interesting. And on the back of the deck, I have Cancer being highlighted, just like I thought. Maybe a mother's involved in this. Like some kind of motherly energy, since Cancer's being brought up so much. I always think of Cancer as a motherly energy. Maternal, I should say. Let's go ahead and grab some self-care for this pile. And then we'll grab some affirmations as well. Okay, I have ground yourself, number 25. You might go into hermit mode. That's just a side note for some, not all. But yes, I do see that you need a moment to yourself, to think to yourself, maybe to meditate. Let's get some more. Let's just get one more. We have spend time with animals, number 48 coming out. Yeah, absolutely. You do need to spend some time with animals. On the back of the deck, I have soak in a bath. We have number 46, soak in a bath coming out. Alrighty, I'd like to grab some affirmations for this pile. Just one or two, please, Spirit, and then we will get into the charms. Today I have faith. Today I have faith and truly believe that anything is possible. Ooh, that's something that I love. So, like, I'm very, very Christian. I love my God. And one big thing for me is, like, my God can do anything. He can do absolutely anything. And he will, if he chooses to. So, it's really just up to him. There's not anything that I think my God can't do. So, that's a big thing. A lot of people will come to me and they'll go, oh, well, isn't doing tarot, like, against Christianity? Like, doesn't your God hate tarot readers? And I'm like, I don't know about that, to be honest. I'm sure in some way he's not a huge fan of this, but my God is a powerful God, and I don't think that he's afraid of some cards. And in fact, if my God wanted to use tarot to pull his sheep back to him, who am I to tell him no? Because my God is a powerful God. My God is a strong God, and my God is not scared at all. He will use whatever resources he has available to him, just like the magician, to bring his people back. And maybe that's part of his divine plan for me. Maybe part of his plan is to use tarot to bring people back. I have plenty of readings where I preach gospel, where I pull out a Bible, where I use Psalms. I'll do it now if I want. But my point here is like, you know, I have faith that my God can do anything, even use tarot to bring back his children to him. You know? Anything is possible. Today I'm resourceful. Today I will turn anything into an opportunity. This is exactly what I was just saying. Like, my God is resourceful. My God is powerful. Like, he will, if he wants to use tarot to turn it into an opportunity, he absolutely can. And so can you. You can do the same thing with your life. You can turn anything into an opportunity. Speaking of, since my God is being brought up, for my Christian crew, I've got my inspirational psalms and prayers. I'm going to grab one of those real quick. Oh, please, Holy Spirit, what is a good inspirational psalm or prayer for my mirror pile today? Oh, we got a bunch. Okay. The Lord is God, and he has made his light to shine upon us. Psalms 118:27. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. The Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has conquered. Didn't we say that? Corrupt and conquer? I think that might have been a different read. And then on the back of the deck, I have Be Still and Know That I Am God. Psalm 46:10. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get into the charms now. If you are noise sensitive, now is a good time to turn down your volume, as this can get a little bit loud. Ooh, there's confirmation. It says moving right there. It says moving. But yes, this does get a little bit loud, so I recommend you turn down the volume if you're noise sensitive. Alrighty, let's get on into this. Alright, I have my cat. Ooh, my 8 of Wands. That's a message. Someone's coming to talk to you, aren't they? With my Knight of Pentacles? Slowly, they've been taking their time. This might be someone from, like, your far past. Maybe you haven't spoken with your twin flame in a while. Maybe that's why their energy keeps cropping up in this reading, because they're coming towards you as you choose to make this change. Because as you change, so do they. I know it's like a haunting energy. Alrighty, what does this say? Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess your twin flame's coming back to you. We have friends long absent are coming back to you. Lucky number 18, 30, 45, 33, 20, and 6 coming out. Yeah, maybe a twin flame is coming back for somebody. I see them messaging you. It's been a while too. Maybe they'll try to make amends or bribe you, or they're gonna bring you a gift of some form. I'm hearing the gift of truth. Maybe they're gonna bring some truth in. I've got 2 bells here. So maybe you need some sound clearing. Or it could be wedding bells as well. Maybe you'll hear a message. Maybe your twin flame's getting married. Yeah. I've got a ghost here. I see you ghosting the situation, though. I see you dipping, walking away, giving them a finger. Yeah, like I don't see you taking the bait. I don't see you taking this cheese here. Some cheese for your wine. This is actually like a wine charm. Yeah, I don't see you taking the bait in this situation. I think they're going to come back to try to get you to... Maybe they're just coming back to test you, and I see you not falling for it, not dealing with it. So let's move on into my initials here. Oh, we've got a fallen one. I have J, so Jordan, Jamie, Jackson, Jack, James, Jalen, Jason, Jewel, Julie, Jules, Jalissa, John, Jonathan, Johnny, Jay, Jaylee, Jasper, Janet, Jane, Jazz, Jasmine. Alright, I'll keep going because I know a bunch of J names. We have X. I only know 2 X names. That's Xavier and Xander. So, yeah, that's all I got, buddy. Looks like we also have a Y. So Yuri, Uzziah, Yosef, Yusuf, Yennefer. I do know Yennefer. We have B. So Brian, Bailey, Bennett, Ben, Beth, Bethany. I can't think of any other ones. I have a D. So Derek, Dane, Deke, Deborah, Debbie, Devin, D, Denise. I have a G. So Greg, Gregory, Georgia, George, Georgina, Gertrude, Gabby, Gabrielle, Gail, Glenn. We have a T. So Timmy, Tammy, Timothy, Tamara, Terry, Terrence, Trayvon, Troy, Trey, Tessa, Tiffany. Alright, that's all I got. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for joining me today. This has been such a fun reading. It took me in loops that I was not expecting whatsoever. If you were expecting a twin flame reconciliation or reunion, just know that might be on the way. Otherwise, I do see your manifestations coming to fruition for you with acts of faith coming in as well. 643 was your angel number. If you wanted to go ahead and pop that down in the comments below, share your message with everyone else, I'd super appreciate that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.